starters, how's the tour been going so far? This is a pretty big one for you guys.
Yeah, people seem to be digging everybody.
Yeah.
We're digging everybody.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lot bigger than a lot of other tours you guys done. You have a lot more bands, and I mean, with American Candy just coming out, it seems kind of a big deal. Has the crowds been any different or anything with the new album, or?
Yeah, a lot of people have been coming out, which has been cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely our biggest headliner we've done, and it partially has to do with Real Friends Knuckle Puck, but
yeah.
I think our fans really like the new record, so
yeah.
Maybe if they haven't come to the past couple tours, I think they're coming out to this one, which is awesome.
That's cool. So kind of out of the gate with the mention of American Candy, this has been a really big first sales week for you guys. I mean, it's topped the other albums that you have. What do you think made American Candy kind of stand out compared to the rest? Do you think you guys are just growing more popularity, or do you think it's the sound of the album that's kind of bringing it out?
I'd like to think it's the sound of the album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we went in with a kind of a clear vision of what kind of feeling we wanted to convey.
Yeah.
And I think that's. I think positivity is just contagious.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully people are being infected with positivity from it all.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a cool sounding album.
Thank you.
I like it. So for the recording process of this one, I read somewhere that you guys actually rented out a house in the desert. How is that different than your other processes, kind of like forcing yourselves to get everything done while you rented out this place?
Well, the desert isn't a new thing.
No.
Yeah.
We've lived in the desert, but the recording, the house was different because we used all our own gear.
Oh yeah.
We've kind of been collecting it over the past couple years, and I mean, we've done like EPs and whatnot on it, but this was the first time we're like, hey, like, we feel comfortable with what we have, and we think we can make a good sounding album, with Colby Wedgeworth, who did the Pioneer album.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we were finally confident in what we had to be able to do a whole album. So that was different.
Was it a hard decision making process to like make the final cuts for this album?
I mean, it was definitely thought out for a while. I mean, there was like 3 days where, I mean, we had like 20-ish songs written for it, but it was like the first time in a while where we had someone kind of come in and like help pick the songs. I mean, on the last record, Brendan didn't really do much of that.
Really, yeah.
So that was cool, and I think Colby had a huge part of like what songs made the album. And
yeah, but we definitely hit a point where we were like, these are the 10 that we're really going to focus on.
Right.
We did drums, I think, for 12. So we have a few that we're going to cut instrumentals for.
The whole time we knew we were going to do 10 songs. Yeah. So it was kind of, we had a couple extras just for backup. And it was actually good because one of the songs we thought was going to make it ended up not, and one of the songs that was kind of pushed to the side for a second ended up being on the album. So
nice. Yeah. So for past albums like Pioneer, you did like the whole B-side album, and for Forever Halloween you did the extended edition. Do you see yourselves doing that again with the songs that you cut, or do you think American Candy is kind of going to stand?
Yeah, we're definitely going to release stuff.
And we just like releasing music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge part of what we do.
Yeah, we're also talking about doing some fun stuff here in the future. Just recording just kind of odds and ends stuff. And yeah, I don't know. We don't like to be at home and not really do much. So
especially because we have all of our gear now. So so it's we can kind of record whenever we want. So
so I see you have your 8123 decal on your and everything, and that's kind of been you guys' new really big thing that you've been promoting. First of all, how did that kind of originate, and how did you decide what bands were going to come on, and then where do you see it going as you continue? Because it's grown a lot, even just the past couple months. Following it on Twitter and stuff, you can see more and more bands are jumping on.
I think it's always kind of been a thing. We just finally started to like brand it, I guess, and just identify with it. I think people, including myself, you just want to feel like you're a part of something. And so for us, this is just an easy thing to associate with, because we always have, you know. So as far as where's it headed, I'm not so sure. I know we're all headed there together, though.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
good.
find comfort in knowing that. But yeah, I think the uncertainty of everything is what keeps us hungry.
Yeah, keeps you wanting to keep making
us
music.
Passionate.
And
Yeah.
That's awesome. So one of the big things about your guys' band that I think is becoming less and less true for some groups these days is that you guys have the same members that you've had since the start. How do you think you guys have grown together as a band, and how do you kind of see yourselves continuing to grow in the future? When you're 5 albums in right now and it's still going really strong and this tour's big and everything.
I think it's interesting because, I mean, I didn't know Jared before we started the band. So it was like you're building this relationship with someone that you don't know, you know, scenario that a lot of people don't get to do.
Yeah.
And then you become best friends within that.
Yeah.
And like you see things that a lot of people don't see. So I think it's like this very weird, strong relationship that you, I mean, it's like, it is like brothers, I guess, like in a weird, like an army or something. Like it's like, it's strange. It's like this weird thing. And I think the reason it's worked is because we keep everyone in check. Like it's this constant, like, if you're being an idiot, you get called out for being an idiot. In a joking way, but like...
I was just thinking on the drive over to Substream, Kennedy was tying his shoe and the guy had a leather seats and his shoe was just up on the leather, and I wanted so badly to like be like, dude, stop that, he's looking at your foot. But yeah, it's stuff like that that's like, I mean, yeah, when you're being a ding dong, I think it's appropriate to call somebody out for it. I think that's why, and I think what we've all learned our roles in the band. And I think we just embrace it now. I don't think I don't think like the lines are blurred in that regard. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it's just and we're all working towards the same thing. Yeah. And you know, the goal one day is to play for thousands and thousands and thousands, but this is awesome right now, you know, and we don't want this to go away. So
I think part of it has to do with that it wasn't like nothing happened like it happens fast, but it wasn't like we had some massive single and we like blew up overnight. And like we never had the pressure of like feeling like we had to like make a big album or anything. I think that kind of, we've always kind of like been right under the radar of everyone, except for the people that like love us and they're like so dedicated to what we're doing. So it's like no one ever got a big head and no one like none of that ever happened. So we never.
I don't even think at this point now, even if we were to see more success, I don't think anybody could possibly even get an ego.
Stuck it out.
And again, we would just tell them that they're being an idiot. You know?
That's cool. That's really cool. Other than that, you guys excited to be back in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Last time you were here was
really
APMAs.
Excited. And it was sunny today, which was
we don't get that often.
I feel like every time we're here, it's raining.
APMAs was nice. It was good.
Yeah, it was nice.
That was really
day,
nice.
Actually.
Yeah, that was a cool thing.
That was cool.
You guys think you're gonna be back for that again?
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I think the reason it worked so nice on this last time was because we were on tour. We're not gonna be out on the road when it's happening this time. So unfortunately,
that was a cool thing though. That was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you guys present there and stuff, and the whole red carpet.
It was
It was
fun.
a cool event.
Big suits.
The big suits and patch dress.
Yeah.
Is there an explanation behind that? Did you just like, we're gonna wear something?
The big suits
really
are
cool?
funny.
Those were funny.
It was our
Pat's
it was us bowing to David Byrne.
Yeah. Pat's just always, any chance he can wear a dress, he leaps at. So.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Just
I'm cool with it either way.
Oh yeah, it's a statement. Everyone will remember it now.
Absolutely.
Like that band, the Maine from the APMAs. Yeah, the guy who wore a dress. Everyone knows. All right. Well, I think I'm all good. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Fun.
Right on.
She said, Nickelsen, girls they just like sex. I couldn't believe when he said, I've got no